guys, it's Dee Dee with Atlanta Ambition Magazine. I'm here in Marietta, Georgia, about to meet with well-known interior designer Jan Britt. Jan Britt is not only a well-known interior designer, she's also a published author. She's also a professional home stager and educator here in Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Britt has been featured numerous times on HGTV as well as other shows and radio. So today she's going to teach us how to decorate our fireplace mantles for the holidays, and I think you guys will all get a kick out of this because if you're like me, I don't know how to decorate anything unless it's graphic design. So let's go inside and see what Miss Britt's doing. I'm here with Jan Britt, interior designer. Hi, Miss Britt.
Hi.
I want to thank you so much for taking this time to meet with me and give us a little bit of instructions on how to get our houses together for Christmas. Before we actually started demonstrating on how to decorate the mantle, there's a few different techniques that you had and inexpensive tips that you had as far as using garland, and I'd really love if you shared that with our viewers.
Absolutely. You can go to the store, Garden Ridge or any store that you want to go to, and you can buy garland. Now this is skinny garland, and it's nice garland for its own purpose, but to do a high-end look, to do a mantle that's a large mantle, or you might have a catwalk that goes all the way across the top as you look down into your family room, you need to have something thicker and bigger than this garland. It's too skinny. It looks cheap. So what you're going to do is you take 1, 2, 3 pieces of garland, you open up the little arms right here, and then you braid them together just like you would a little girl's hair. And it makes it much higher end. This one needs to be opened up. This was just the example we pulled out at the last minute here to show you. Anyway, this is wonderful to use for that purpose. And if you want to, what you can do is take this, if you have a long table centerpiece that you need to have for like a banquet table, then you can take this garland and use one garland at a time, and you can add little picks to it, little tiny picks, or you can even add little tiny berries just to add a little bit of color to it, and that will make it look very nice as you have just a little added touch of color right on top of that tablecloth. And especially if you have a red tablecloth, even if it's a paper one, having this little tiny touch of berry just sets it right off and makes it look very high-end too, much, much nicer. Now, one thing that nobody really knows about is you take this garland and you put this inside of a Christmas tree, just in case that you have one of the arms broken on your Christmas tree, or something is missing, or like it's too big of a gap. Make sure it's the same color as the tree garland, and then you insert this in, and you can wrap it around some of the other ones, and it makes such a difference to take care of that big hole that's in there. Wow. Now, sometimes what you can do too is take the other garland that looks like a caterpillar. Sometimes those are a different color, and you can insert those on the inside of the Christmas tree as well to fill up those holes. Now, let's say that you don't want to use the garland, or you don't have it, and it's a last-minute thing, you got company coming. What you do then is you take little stuffed animals like little angels or Santa Clauses or anything like that, and then you put it right inside of that spot. But as you do place it in there, you can even take this right here to hold it into place. Let me show this to you.
Okay.
This is, you can buy this at the different dollar stores and different nurseries, and you pull this like this, and it's got a little cutter, and you can put this right around to hold the Santa Claus or the angel or the elf or whatever it might be into place. And then that is going to hold that onto the Christmas tree so it doesn't fall off the inside of that hole where the Christmas tree is. Then you're going to take, let's say that you do an angel. You take other angels around it in the same area so that it does look like it's supposed to be there, and like you didn't just have a hole, you had something pretty to place and to show off.
Wow, what is the name of this product?
Do you know what? It doesn't really have a name. It's like a garbage bag tie that's on a reel is what it is.
All right.
Okay? Well, this is really good with a nice cutter too.
Well, those are really good tips because I know a lot of people, especially when they're buying fake Christmas trees, there's this huge gap. So those are a lot of good ways to fill the gap in. Because I always wanted a big and full tree as well, but the gaps are so skimpy that you can see right through it and see the wall.
Do you know, it's true, but you know, if you want to do garland, real garland, you still need to take and braid 3 together, but you have to make sure that they're not wet. Whenever you do braid the 3 together, it's a little harder to do, but it sure does look nicer. And then you can take the berries again, or go get magnolia leaves, or whatever you might want, the holly leaves or whatever, and insert it for the color there too.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, you hear that, everybody? For those people with the skimpy Christmas tree issue, there's your result right there. Now, Miss Britt, I wanted you to go over the different products that you have that people need to start with and that they need to have in their home to even, if not only hanging up a mantle decoration, any type of decoration, because I think these can help with a lot of things that can be hung up. So if you can just go down the line
Sure.
and show the viewers exactly what this product is and what it's used for, and then we can get into the decoration of the mantle.
Okay, sounds great. These are command strip holders is what they are, and there's different sizes. This particular one is the small one. It's hardly seen. You can use these for hanging up small items. You can even use these in the dorm room to help it to hang pictures on the wall and different things on the wall. It works really well when I do my dorm rooms. Now, it has these little stickers on the very back, and the little stickers help to hold this into place. And then you pull this out at the end of the season, and it doesn't hurt anything that it's sat on.
Oh, wow. So it doesn't miss the walls.
It doesn't leave the walls or the top of the mantle either.
Wow.
Which is really good. Now, this particular type of command strip is for holding wires into place, such as, we're going to show you that when we get over to where the electricity section of the garland takes place. And then it's going to be really nice. You can even spray paint these if you want to. The reason why they come in white is because many times there are white fireplaces right on the edge or maybe some walls, and if these were in green, it'd really stick out. You don't want it to stick out. Okay? Now, let me show you this too. If you have a wreath, this is awesome to hold it up to. Right here, these are for heavier duty. You see that?
Okay.
Right here. This is the bigger ones, yes. Now this is wonderful to help to hold it into place, and this works great, especially if you have a large garland or you have heavy ornaments and you're thinking, oh, it's going to fall off. I'm going to show you how it's not going to fall off. And you're going to be very pleased. No nails at all that you're going to use. It's going to work out good.
Cool.
Okay. Now, let me tell you about this. With the garland, I have a nice fat garland. It's a really good one because I have a larger 88-inch long centerpiece section over there on my fireplace mantle.
Okay.
And I want you to know that use any alcohol that you're going to use for the rubbing alcohol is what the requirement is to put these things on.
Okay.
You have to use that. So I take one of these because they're kind of easy when I go to people's houses to help them with doing their Christmas. What I do is I take the little samples because it's easier than carrying a little bottle around. And then you wipe off the area first. And when we get over there, I'll show you, okay?
Okay.
And I need to show you how to put these on.
Wow.
You just take it, you cut it apart, and then you take the red part of this. Do you see the red part? You take and pull the little tab off of the red part, and then you take and put this right on top like that.
Okay.
And then it says you have to wait approximately an hour before you can pull strength on it, and it's the truth. Because if you do put it on there, it will come off if you don't wait an hour for that. So you see, I take this part right here. This is the part you take off, and that adheres to the very top surface. I'm going to lay this horizontally, not vertically. And that's what's going to hold it right on top of the fireplace. No matter how heavy that this is, it's going to work great.
Wow. And viewers, these alcohol wipes are pretty cool, and they probably come in handy when you're trying to decorate and you either fall off the ladder and hurt yourself, or you don't do things right. Here you go. It can help you and fix your little boo-boo.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, another thing I want you to know, I measured the whole length, which is 88 inches. So you want to find the center of the garland.
Okay.
The center portion, I've already put one of those up there, one of our little command 3 and things, to make sure I had everything ready for you. Then, at the very center of my centerpiece, right here, I have also placed the wire.
Okay.
Now, there it is right there. Now, on the wire, what this is going to do, I took this, let me show you. Took this wire from here. I cut off the amount that I'm going to need, and I placed it right in the middle part so that nobody's going to see the green, and it's very strong because it's got the covering, the plastic covering over the top of it, and it's still got the wire inside. So I'm going to take and hook this little section. You can cut the rest of it off if you want to, and you'll hook this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and use more than you need and just cut it off so a nice little cutter there. you take this part, and I'm going to go onto that side over there and show you how to measure it and how to put it up so it's really easy. Just have somebody help you hold it over there, and then you just hook it right on top, and then you just primp it just a little bit from year to year.
Okay.
Okay? The first thing you want to do is measure the whole length of your fireplace mantle. Find out where the middle is, and take in a little mark on there with masking tape or whatever you want to do just to mark it. Then you're going to take your 3M holder and you're going to put it right down in the center. I've already done that right over here, right in the middle part so that you can see it right there. I measured this whole section out to be 88 inches for the very top of the fireplace mantle. Now what you're going to do is you're going to measure how far over you want another hook and another one on the other side, just to make sure that you have everything properly done and it's going to be secure for you so nothing falls off. So I took from right here and I measured right from the center right over to here, and I'm going to put this at approximately 40 inches. But before I put my little hook on here, I need to take a little alcohol swab, or just take the bottle of alcohol if you'd like to, and take a little cotton ball, whatever you need to do, and following the directions so that you clean the whole area off first, and it really does make a difference to do that. You put that there, and then you take and peel off the back. Remember we already put it on the front part? Now we peel it right off the back, and we place it down right on top, and make sure that the hook, see how it's got a little part right here? Make sure that this part's sticking up, because you're not going to do it vertically like you would on the wall. Now you're going to do it horizontally and lay it flat so that it'll hold with a little wire. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. You take this part, because later on when you're all finished with the season, you're going to pull the tab on this, and the tab is going to make a big difference. It's going to pull it right off, and it's not going to hurt the paint, and it's not going to hurt anything that you're doing on top of your mantle. If you have a really bumpy surface on top, sometimes it doesn't hold as well, and you can use a brick in the very back if that's the case. If you have any questions about the brick, just let me know and contact me, and I'll be happy to help. Now, I'm going to take this. I've already taken off the little tab off the back, the black little part. I'm going to put this right in this section right here to hold it in place, and you push it down right on top. Make sure that it's pointing that way so that the back of it will hold the string that we're going to use, or should I say the wire that we're going to use. Now this has to sit there according to directions for about 1 hour, and it does mean it. So we have to let this sit for a while to make sure it stays secure for you to hold it throughout the whole Christmas season.